You want to know what kind of people do AI and create AI? Godless people. Godless people do it because they need it. They go through their life and they find out, oh, I have all the money. That's not filling the void. They go through and get all this power and more, and that's not enough. And so they just keep going on these adventures that, they don't give a shit what happens to the rest of us because, we don't have their power and money. Yeah, selfish people. Actually worse than that. But it's because they're godless. I can say this I've said this a million times. What plagues the alcoholic is it's a spiritual void. Because it is a bucket. I've said it before. It's like a bucket with a hole at the bottom. And you keep filling alcohol and it never gets filled. It never gets filled. So the rich, the wealthy do that with their money and their power. They keep trying to fill the bucket. And then they go on some adventure with AI, not knowing what how many big tech people have said, well, we don't really know what the ramifications will be. Not bright people, not. But all of the media will tell you that they're bright. So here's what I'll say. The excuse that they're using is the same thing the military-industrial complex uses all the time. So when Glenn Beck tells you, or any of these jerk-offs on any media tell you that we need to do this because we can't let China get ahead of us or Russia. That's why America should have stuck to God's word. And God's word is, you depend on me. I'm your only salvation. He is. We think about our history. We would not have gone into, had we been a country that was more, I'm going to lean on God, because that's what I would tell the Glenn Becks of the world. That's what I would tell big tech. I would tell Donald Trump that. No, we should be a country that relies on God. We will be protected by God. Have we been protected by the military-industrial complex? No, but that's what's used as the excuse over and over again for why they have to make all these weapons. These mass destruction of weapons. And then they'll give you, oh, this will be good for humanity. No, none of it is, because these people are godless. And that is what happens. They go on this quest, and what they don't realize is God was always there. They just didn't want to go that route. Like, they want to create their AI God. It's like we already have a God. Just because Peter Thiel and AI and all those technology jerk-offs don't know God, well, that's your fucking problem. Why should the rest of the world have to pay because you decided to be stupid enough not to believe in the Bible? Really? Really, we should really look more at what the people that know faith are saying, like maybe something they're saying adds up, huh? Because the path that science and technology has taken us down is nothing but a loss of liberty, a loss of freedoms, more control over us, more tyranny over us. So you have done nothing to help this country. So when I hear the media say we have to do this because we can't let China do it first or Russia, I think, screw you. Go move to some other country, because if you and especially the ones that say, I believe in the Bible and I believe in God, well, then you should be trusting in him, shouldn't you? That's what it takes. That's what it takes. I guarantee you that's what he'd say to every single one of them. No, you wanted to go and trust the military-industrial complex. You wanted to go and trust the technology instead of looking at the past and looking at the history and looking at where you're at right now. Has it benefited you? No, it hasn't. So why do you think this will be any different? It won't. But these people, because they're godless, because they're wealthy and they're billionaires, and they think, well, the little people, they don't have a say in it. That's what makes you psychopaths. You can go on Joe Rogan, you can go on Glenn Beck, you can go on whatever shows you want to. It doesn't change the fact, no matter how good you sound, you're full of shit. Peter Thiel was on Joe Rogan, in the past week, saying that there was another perspective to look at Bill Gates as, and that maybe the reason he was tied to Epstein was something to do with divorcing his wife. And Joe Rogan was like, I never thought about that. That's a good point. Yeah, keep getting high there, Joe. It's really helping your intelligence, okay? Bullshit. Again, I'm a sinful person. I'm not first to say it, my mouth. But I mean, just like listening to two idiots. That's such bullshit. It is such bullshit. I mean, long before Gates was going to be divorcing his wife, it had nothing to do with his wife. He was already on your TED Talks talking about, oh, we can reduce population with vaccines. So when I heard Joe Rogan say, you know what? That's brilliant. I never thought of it from that angle. Trying to make pull his audience into this idea that, oh, Peter Thiel has given us a brilliant idea. No, he hasn't. He's a total idiot. They all are, because they're godless. I mean, I may be being insulting, but sometimes there's a time for it. There's a season for it, really. I mean, Jesus said it. There's a season for those things. So even though many people would see me as harsh and rash, it's like, no, there's a time for it. And you people on your quest for, oh, you're going to bring paradise to us, only has taken us into more tyranny. I've never been treated as bad as I'm treated now in healthcare by the CEOs. They should really get the guillotine as far as I'm concerned. If found guilty, because I think many of them are guilty for going along with this. I think you people are selfish. I mean, anybody thinking, oh, we should bring AI into healthcare. Yeah, let's bring artificial into healthcare as if that's going to help. The biggest thing missing from healthcare is care, human care. But they want to bring in artificial care. This is how stupid they are. So why listen to these jerk-offs? I do not care. I mean, yes, the billionaires will always be able to get away with whatever they want until Jesus returns. They'll always just go ahead. They won't care what anybody else says. But I'll guarantee you that everything I've said, God would say the same thing. I just wouldn't want to be on the receiving end when God's telling you that, because, there may be a wrathful price to pay for it. Because you people have acted like you're dominion over this world. So I don't care if it's Donald Trump. I don't care what billionaire that wants to support this. Oh, we have all this ideas and technology. Okay. Yeah, and they'll bring you these good ideas. But what happens with all the good ideas? Well, you only get a few of those, and then all of a sudden it goes down some other road that ends up taking a bunch of liberty and freedoms from you and ends up not helping anybody in the end. Because you can't expect people that are godless to help you. They're only about helping themselves. Because they're godless, they have gone their entire lives trying to fill the empty void in themselves with everything from money, power, artificial intelligence, medicine, whatever it is, instead of just stopping and learning to do what maybe the average people do. Somehow they manage to, even during their struggles, feel content because they know God. Yet all you experts, all you Bill Gates, all you Noah Yuval Harari's, Peter Thiel, I don't care who any of you, you're all the same. You're all a bunch of dirtbags. You make excuses for your poor behavior instead of looking at what dirtbags you are. I mean, everybody's a dirtbag from some time to another. You should really start looking at yourself and admitting it, but no. You want to pretend like you're not. So the fact of the matter is that these people will never get honest. They're just going to continue down one quest after another. And what their quest they're on is to find really God. That's what they don't realize. That's what will fill the void. Their artificial intelligence God will not. But they will, along the way, resent you and I that do believe in God. Because at some point they'll realize, well, they kind of already had the answer and the solution. Yeah, we did. But you wanted to blow that off. So good luck. You do that at your own peril.